Item 8.2, proposed and new stopwaste.org fees and programs. Councilmember West.
Yeah, I serve as Emeryville's representative on the Alameda County Waste Management Authority, which is also known as Stopwaste. And recently, I wanted to bring this to council. We are in the process of making decisions on some new fees, and I assume that you may have heard about it, and I wanted to be sure that the council was aware, and if you had any questions, you could ask me, and if I can't answer them, the Stopwaste staff, who I didn't think needed to attend this evening, are happy to attend a future meeting if we would like further discussion. So let me just quickly identify the two different items, and I just want to say that I think it's incredibly confusing that Stopwaste is doing two different things at the same time. It's unfortunate because with any public entity, things get confused when that happens. But one thing you may have gotten in your mail at home is something that looks like this. And this went to every garbage account holder. So if you live in a multifamily residential like I do, and there are 12 units, there may have only been, and there's one account, there may have only been one mailed to your residence for the account holder. Watergate, I have no idea, but there's 1,249, I think, units. And so I don't know if that means you got one or if everybody...
Doesn't look familiar.
Okay, it doesn't look familiar. So I just wanted to make sure that folks know about this. What it is it's an information piece that is designed to really help educate and also create a certain healthy competition to get the communities within Alameda County to further reduce the good stuff that you're putting in the landfill, into the garbage. There's waste characterization studies. They actually go audit people's garbage cans just to try and understand best what is in the garbage. And if there's paper in there, we know what to do with paper. It's not put it in the garbage. You're supposed to recycle it. If there are cans in there, if there's plastics that can be recycled, if there's food scraps in your garbage, all of these items have another place to go. And so with this education piece, we're hoping to actually move Alameda County. We're already a national leader in terms of diversion away from landfill, but we have not reached our goal, and our goal is in 2020, and we want to get less than 10% of the good stuff in our garbage. And part of this, we've coached in economic terms, that actually we are throwing away things that could go and are marketable materials. And so if we could put them in the right place, if we could make compost out of it, which is not only good for the earth, but also is something, a commodity that can be sold. Same with recycling materials. We could actually put that much more money into our local Alameda County economy, create jobs. So instead of putting it in the garbage, put it in the recycling, put it in the compost, green waste bins, and we would infuse our economy with more money. This flyer, or this information piece, has real numbers for Emeryville. It compares Emeryville with our other jurisdictions in Alameda County. In Emeryville, here's what's in our garbage containers. 72% is garbage. 10%, though, was recyclables, and 18% was compostables. Oh, so we can do better. And this compares, this little wheel spins, and you can look at Hayward and Oakland and Piedmont and Berkeley and compare how Emeryville's doing with our neighboring cities. And this will help us to do better. It also breaks it down by different sectors in the business. So restaurants, unfortunately, still have 40% compostables in their garbage. That's something that I know we've worked, our staff has worked with restaurants in town about. So it breaks it down by different business entities as well. This fee is called a benchmark fee. It's being charged to every garbage account. And the amount for a single family home that has one large garbage bin is, I'm going to get the number wrong. It's $1.51, I believe, per year. Let me look that up and make sure I'm saying it right. I think this was included in our questions at the end of our packet. I think it's $1.51. Let me find that chart. So sorry. Yeah. Oh, sorry. It's $1.81 per year. So if you have one garbage cart, that's $1.81 per year that you're paying for. Not only, it's not just actually this piece of mail, which cost all of 30 cents to make and 20 cents to mail, but it's paying for the data collection to provide this information and then compare it in future years. If you have an account with more than a garbage cart but less than 4 cubic yards per week, then you will pay $7.24 per year. So in my multifamily residential, that's what we'll pay per year, $7.24. And then if you have larger garbage account, more than 4 cubic yards, like Watergate, you would pay $21.72 per year. So it's somewhat changes according to the amount of garbage that you produce, and it's according to your account size. So that is what's called the benchmark fee. There's another fee that is also being considered by Stopwaste, and this one is not according to garbage account holders. It is according to the property tax rolls. So every unit, every dwelling unit in Alameda County will pay a new household hazardous waste fee. And the household hazardous waste fee, you were informed of if you own a residential property in Alameda County. You got a letter. It was a white letter in a white envelope, and I tried to find mine to bring it, and I'm sorry I couldn't find it before the meeting tonight. But this fee is being, we notified every property owner, and if someone does not want this fee to be put into effect, there's the opportunity to protest this fee. And as of March 26th, when we have our next Stopwaste board meeting, the Registrar of Voters is counting the protests against this fee to see if the board is informed to go ahead with the fee or not. The proposed annual fee is $9.55. And that's per household. And it doesn't matter if it's a single-family home, if it's an apartment or a condominium, but every dwelling unit will, on their property tax, if this fee were to be approved, pay $9.55 per year. The reason we are considering this fee at all is because household hazardous waste are all of the items that you can't put in the landfill, you can't put in the recycling, you can't put in the compost, and these items need to go to a special facility. And unfortunately, I think the hours of those facilities are short and they're confusing, and so far the funds that have supported those services have come strictly from our landfill tipping fees. So that's a per ton fee that's assessed at the landfill. Well, because we're all recycling and composting more, our amount of landfill garbage is going down. And as that amount goes down, the fees that we collect on that amount of garbage is also going down. And so our revenues that pays for this important service of household hazardous waste has been diminishing over the years. And the purpose of putting this $9.55 per year fee is to have a steady stream of revenue. This fee will only last for 10 years. It will sunset after 10 years. And if we actually have additional revenues that go beyond what we expected, or if the costs of our household hazardous waste program are lower than we think, this annual fee will be reduced even within those 10 years. So it's not going towards other services, it's merely paying for that. And one of the questions I raised at Stopwaste is, why is the fee the same for a single family home as it is for a multifamily residential unit? And Stopwaste, actually, as we discuss this at our next meeting, will be giving more information on that. But the waste characterization studies that have been done at the state level show that there is not a difference between the household hazardous waste that's generated by the two different kinds of residential units. Although, for some of us, common sense makes me think that, you know, a small apartment would have less household hazardous waste than a large single-family home. This is things like paint, fertilizers, pesticides, household chemicals, the things you keep under the sink locked so that your toddler can't get them. And yet it's been pointed out that multifamily units, apartments turn over more quickly, and household hazardous waste tend to be what turned in or taken to the centers often when at the change of a household as well. So we'll find out more information about that, but if anyone on the council was interested in that, I'm happy to pass the staff report along to you when it comes out in a few weeks. And you're also welcome, of course, anyone from the public to attend the Stop Waste meeting on March 26th, which is at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's a Wednesday. So if anyone has any questions, I will try and answer them. And if not, we can, again, call someone from Stop Waste to be present at our next meeting. I told them I would try and talk about it this time on my own.
Any questions from council? No? Okay.